change? Well, joining us now to discuss the impact of the heavy rain in recent weeks on business, particularly in Johannesburg, is Peggy Drodskie, who's Chief Operating Officer of the SA Chamber of Commerce and Industry, also known as SACI. Good morning to you, Peggy. I've got Nazipa in the studio with me, and she came back and she said, where'd all these potholes come from? And I did remind her that we had potholes before, but they're a lot worse now. So that's kind of everyone's experience of the rain, but it has an impact on business. Your members and your estimate of how bad it is?
Well, it's very difficult to put a number on it because it's not only the potholes, but it's also the fact that the rain seems to cause a whole lot of traffic lights to become either not workable or they change the sequences, and there are those undeniably long delays in getting to and from the places of work, and the deliveries are delayed. So it's potholes and traffic lights and bad driving because people get irritable. So it's more than just the potholes.
Peggy, are we able to quantify the impact that the rain has on business in Johannesburg?
No, we can't. It's very difficult to do that because there are so many factors that are part of the problem. But, when you hear a report such as the one that came through this morning, that main road between Grosvenor Crossing and Witkoppen, vehicles must be careful and drivers must be careful because the whole road surface is deteriorating. The delays that are caused by that sort of thing, and people then avoiding that particular route and taking the side roads, all adds up to a tremendous loss. And the loss is just not the loss in time, it's frustration, and the council apparently are receiving many, many claims for vehicles that have been damaged by potholes.
Looking at Johannesburg in particular, or the greater Johannesburg area, the economic heart of the country, and the weather, it's as if we are not designed for big storms like this. The rivers burst their banks, and everyone behaves as if it's exceptional, but it's becoming unexceptional. You would think that the province, the city, would have to say, now, when next it rains, what are we going to do to stop the damage?
Correct. But if you have a look, and one just needs to drive around the Johannesburg roads and see that they are not actually fixing the potholes appropriately. They're filling them up with gravel or maybe some stone chips and throwing a bit of tarmac over the top. And the very next rain is because they haven't stamped it down and put in a proper foundation. The very next rainstorm just washes everything away again. So it's a matter of having some system within the local authority whereby the potholes are actually fixed properly and not just filled.
Peggy, where do you think the problem lies exactly? Let me take you back to a comment made by Mayor Parkstar when he was with us in studio about 2 or 3 weeks ago, talking about a big infrastructure maintenance budget that has been allocated to the city. It seems as if the money is there. It seems as if the political commitment is there, but we're seeing a very shoddy job being done on the roads. From where you sit, where do you think the problem is?
Well, the way we see it is that it's a two-pronged problem. Firstly, I think we need to look at the skills level of the people that are fixing the potholes. Perhaps they haven't been trained on how to do it. And secondly, there are so many potholes that perhaps they believe that it is better to quickly fill them so that the vehicles can start moving more efficiently over the roads, and the time factor becomes an important issue.
Peggy, we hear about Joburg being a world-class city. One's tempted to ask, what exactly is world-class about Johannesburg?
Well, yeah, one tends to wonder. If I could just draw a comparison from a personal experience. I was in Brisbane when they had those very, very serious floods in the beginning of 2010. And the streets were completely inundated with water, and we drove down from where we were on a higher level down to where we could see the river. And in the streets along the river, there was a traffic light that was standing upright, and the water was right up just to the bottom of the red light, and that traffic light was still working. And we just don't see that here.